Right, chat. This is a new segment. It's going to, like how I have anime talk, I'm going to be doing TV show talk. So spoiler warning for The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 1, that released today in the UK. So I recently played Last of Us Part 2 in preparation for this. I really liked the Season 1 of this show. It was basically almost one-to-one with the game outside of additions to the plot. There wasn't really any takeaways. They expanded on a lot of the plot beats because they have to make it work for a TV show, not a game. A video game has to, gameplay to balance as well, but a TV show is purely focused on entertaining the audience with characters, their arcs, and building the world. So they did that in a very different way, and this is following suit, but not in a way I don't know how I feel about it. I think the episode itself is really good. I like the dance scene at the end. The structure, though, is worrying me. Again, it's a minor concern. It's not going to ruin the game for me. Not going to ruin the TV show for me, I don't think. But the way Last of Us Part 2 did the structure, it was about perspective. You didn't really see Abby's side of the story until the second half of the game, so that you would be forced to learn about her as a character. Alongside this, the flashbacks were meticulously placed in the game to show what Ellie is thinking, but in this episode, they changed the structure. We're starting a day earlier than how the game did it. Like we find out Abby's motivation immediately. Like we'd find out about that halfway through the original game. We know immediately that who she is. It's literally the first scene of the episode. And we get the dance scene at the end, which again is very moved up. That happens at the end of the game in Last of Us Part 2. We'll see how I feel, because I like not knowing who she is before she kills Joel. And I think that's going to happen in Episode 2, because now we're going to get into the storm, and shit is going to hit the fan. We'll see. Cinematography is still great. I liked that this episode introduced the idea of zombie evolution. That is a thing in a lot of TV shows that is always introduced, and then they get too scared to actually do stuff with it. I think they are going to do things with it here, because stalkers are actually in the game. They rarely appear. Like they have like 2 encounters in both games, I think, but they're cool enemies because they do run away from you and you have to sneak around them. Yeah, I mean, Episode 2 is going to be controversial because they're going to kill Joel and everyone loves him. Lots of people are going to be pissed off. I'm curious if the reason why they changed it is, and I've seen this opinion as well online with a friend, that it's a TV show, and because they're splitting Last of Us Part 2 into 2 seasons, they're scared that people will drop off if they do not give ample motivation to the person who kills him before he dies, because otherwise we'd find out in Season 3, which is going to be 2 years away. Makes sense? I just hope that it doesn't lessen the message they were going for, but we'll see. Either way, I am enjoying it. It's still very good, still very well produced. I can't wait to see more. Also, IGN continuing to be incredible in their reviews. I talked about their publisher review, and their review for this was they gave it a 7 out of 10, and they said, I quote, "There were too many zombies in it." What? It's a zombie show. What did you want? Did you want, like, just nothing? No combat, just people sitting in rooms and fighting bandits. Because there's a lot of zombie stuff in the games. And honestly, I feel like Season 1 didn't have enough of it, so I'm glad we're getting more. But yeah, incredible opinion. Incredible. IGN strikes again with their incredible opinions on things. I'm not judging it, but again, like, this is a thing that's constantly brought up, is that they always bring in someone for these reviews who has no interest in the game or movie, and then they give it a bad review because they don't vibe with it. So someone sitting there like, maybe bring in someone who knows the game. Reviewing individual episodes of the world I don't want to live in anymore. Anyway, well, yeah, I would argue that. I would argue that you can't base a show off a single episode. Like, watch the entire season first. Which is why I'm kind of like with the whole perspective thing here. We'll see what happens. We'll see what they do with it. You don't review individual pages of a book. Well, you can do a tier list of it. How I felt at this time. God, I absolutely hated. I kind of think of an example right now. It's kind of like how I'm doing this with God of War Ragnarok, but I would also argue that's a pacing issue rather than an overall issue of the game.